TIFU by mistaking a child for a dog. Today I was walking home from the shops. Where I live we have very few streetlights and it was extremely dark. I was walking along and there was a woman just sort of in the streetlight, but she had a lead. I love dogs. Total dog person. So I start looking to see the dog. And I can't quite see the dog because of the way the light was in the road. But then the dog moves into the light more. I realize that the dog has one of those rainmac coats. It was pink with love hearts on it. So cute. It made sense for him to be wearing a coat since it's cold and rainy in the UK right now. So I did the proper British thing. Walked past, gave the awkward smile and said, "Your dog's coat is so cute." Quote. Her face dropped. It was then that said dog stood up after crawling around on the wet grass, and what appeared before me was a 3 to 4-year-old. She had one of those backpack harnesses on. The woman was mortified. I was mortified, confused, bright red and stumbling over my words. I spat out the worst apology you'd ever hear and ran off. I don't think I've ever embarrassed myself more. I'm mostly grateful I was on the other side of the road so my escape route was easier. So, what I have learned from this is kids' harnesses terrify me, and never to try complimenting people's dogs again. And to the poor woman whose child I mistook for a dog, I am so sorry. Also, thought I'd make it clear. Harnesses are great in my opinion for kids. They ensure your child is safe and has independence. But please don't let them crawl around. Imbeciles like me might mistake your child for a dog if it's a bit dark. TLDR. I was walking home when it was dark. Saw a dog crawling in the grass and a woman holding its lead. Saw the dog had a raincoat on and complimented it. Dog was actually her kid. Apologized and ran off. I'm seeing a lot of hate for the toddler leash. But when you need one you really need it. My daughter was like my shadow. Never more than a meter away from me. But my son would run like the wind, never looking back if he wasn't somehow restrained. He was later diagnosed with mild autism. But he had number fear. Not of cars or dogs or strangers. It was the worst year of my life between when he was 2 and 3, and that harness saved me. Personally, I think a bumbling, rushed apology in the moment shows it was an honest mistake. Crying actual tears of laughter right now, ha 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 ha, oh man. As a mom who has used a harness for my early walker that refused to be in a stroller and liked to take TF off in a blink of an eye, I would have laughed my ass off if someone thought she was a dog. Rolling on the floor laughing FR would have made my month. I used one with no shame. She used to yank her hand out of mine in really unsafe situations. And it gave me so much peace of mind to have her tethered to me in a safe way. Once when I was in 5th grade, I was running some errands with my mom and I brought along my homework. We were at the bank's drive-through window and I was leaning over my paper so the teller only would have seen shoulders and a bunch of hair, and said to my mom, "You guessed it, you have a cute dog." That is a hilarious story. I'm not sure why either of you would be mortified. Kids are silly. My daughter was a cat for several years. If someone mistook her for a cat she would have been super excited and I would have laughed. Also, toddler leashes are literal lifesavers. It gives the kids a lot of freedom of movement without the danger of them getting run over or lost. There was an old post where someone was at a softball game and started to pet what they thought was a golden retriever, I think, because they were a big dog person. Turns out it was a little blonde boy with shaggy hair. Cold sweat smile. Found it. You are not alone. Up. If you're going to walk your kid around on a leash like an animal, don't be surprised when someone mistakes them for one. OMG, this is awesome. Pure gold. I wonder where on Reddit she is posting tonight. That lady will take a bath later and go, "Damn, I should have responded, no you're the bitch." Quote. My dad actually kicked me off the bed once. BCS he thought I was our dog lol. Things like this happen way more than you would think.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epicaricast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.